rolling down streets paved with desire. Broken dreams line shattered landscapes. Public domain, reoccurring refrain belongs to no one. Owned by everyone. Heed the call. Mi casa es su casa. Everyone, every curve belongs to all.
And now, as you witness the extraordinary exploits of the incredible Rubber Boys, Steve Size, Eric Sanderson, Ray Barbie, and Chet Thomas.
like to have a lot of fun. We don't care. Yeah!
What city, please?
The only crime they do is skate.
For you debutantes, petite sophistication, indelible elegance.
Yeah, my whole life is basically geared around skateboarding. Me and my partner Joe Meyer had one of the first indoor skateboard parks. It's got the mini chin ramp that Lance built, and it's got the expo ramp from the expo contest and some street stuff and some smaller half pipes, but all indoors in Vancouver, and it's been a lot of fun. I opened about a year and a half now.
Dare to be different. Spend to pretend.
I definitely think that there's a place for girl skaters. I think that it's not because we're females that we can't skate. We're just skate differently. Skating is the funnest thing I've ever done. I want to skate till I'm old and gray and my bones break and they won't heal anymore, so I can't skate. I encourage girls to skate, sure. Anybody who wants to skate should skate.
Hey, you wanna buy a, what is this thing? China is,
When I
one of those, give me one of those.
I might not have much dinero, but I know where to go. I hop up on my board skate and take off like a bat. Straight out of hell for the home, the burritos are big and fat. Hey, take me back to La Cumbre. I want another steak burrito, a nice size cold Corona, and a side order of carnitas. Take me back to La Cumbre. I want another steak burrito, a nice size cold Corona, and a side order of carnitas. She was 8 feet tall, pennies on the wall when I knew she was the one for me. I went home and I dreamt of her as she got down on her knee. She held a bugle in her left hand and a Mexican flag in the right. A bullet belt wrapped across her chest, and you know I slept well that night. Hey, take me back to the cumbre. I want another steak burrito, a nice ice cold Corona, and a side order of carnitas. Take me back to the cumbre. I want another steak burrito, a nice ice cold Corona, and a side order of carnitas. I grew up in Los Angeles and I ate lots of Mexican food. Once a while tasted funky, but most of the time tasted good. My life changed almost overnight as I got off of the bus at 16th and Valencia, where I found the taqueria for us. You would not know for looking, this place will be the one. With my first bite, it was love at first sight until my burrito was done. I sat back and I wondered whether I could eat some more. Then I looked up the menu and thought about what I could score. I ordered up a taco with a little rice and beans, 1 or 2 quesadillas, and a chili belly, that was me. A couple more Coronas to help it all go down. By the time I finished, I was passed out on the ground.
Skateboard verboten hier.
Skateboards in the back, please.
She's right, Governor.
Wipe out all over the place, baby. The knees slide out.
Lance was pretty flabbergasted, I think that's the word. Because somebody had told him that, yeah, you know, Mike's doing 540s, you know, and he's like, oh, yeah. I've been skating about 11 and a half years now. I don't think that skate parks, you know, will be the future, you know, but it's a way of showing people, hey, they can build ramps in their yard, they can find, you know, places to build ramps.
It's a good place for the kids to be, and they don't have to be in the street anymore.
My life is skateboarding, yeah, I guess it pretty much is. I mean, I wake up and have breakfast and go to the skate park and skate. I like skating in my own park because I can do what I want, you know. I tell the guys, you know, I'm gonna go, and you know, nobody snakes me because I don't want to get kicked out. There's just so many possibilities with the mini ramps. You can just work them every which way.
my teeth? I mean...
There's nothing that's so creative that I can just go out on my own, like in the barn or something, or any place, and just let go. Like now I study and stuff, and you get so intense. People think it's all good that I make my grades are good and all that, and skate and all that at the same time, but it's not true. I mean, you can't do one without the other. If I drop skating, I don't think I do as well as school.
Why's that?
It just taught me concentration, and that's my, you know, you get so tense and so lopsided in your mind. And when you just study, sit there in a chair. I started 10 years ago, I guess. Wait, 11? Okay, my skating, it seems I have a gift for it. I don't know, I feel sort of funny about, because now we get paid and all that.
purely clandestine observation, we see a roving band of skateboard cultists,
practicing obscure urban rituals amidst the cultural detritus of an abandoned manufacturing facility. How is it that these cultists can derive pleasure from the seemingly insignificant, the debris of modern society? What is the strange, profound attraction that this rectangular piece of concrete holds for them? Do we now observe the rites of passage of a newly emerging civilization?
America's civic engineers, confronted by a pristine natural environment, have designed their cities their centers of commerce for that most efficient of all applications, non-usage. These young urbanites have discovered uncharted activities within the sterile surroundings of the environment's original design. Has not this trend continued into the residential neighborhood? Why, even into the local schoolyard, where even the simplest activity has been pre-planned, tested, surveyed, and accordingly constructed for singular purposes. Preordained usage. Yet our cultists have created their own usage, their own interpretation.
Well, my son, Casey Elliott, really likes to skate, so living out in the country here, I thought we'd just put this ramp in, give him a chance to learn how to skate. I think that it's a great sport. I think a lot of parents should really, even maybe before they move and buy a house, check with the neighbors next door, see how big their backyard is, they could put a mini ramp in. I feel kind of that's what being parents is doing things for your kids like this. tough sport. It has coordination. It's a great sport.
Come here. You guys realize this is a high ollie zone? Did you know that?
No, sir.
Do you know what you were doing out there? It's weak. Weak! Weak! I'm gonna have to write you a citation. Another code 97A. Weak ollies.
Da, slavuje ollies, javicleje miroj problemoj. Da.
What motivated me more than anything else to go in this direction with my skating is my love for gliding. Gliding and turning, I think, are the heart and soul of skateboarding. You could take almost everything else away. Aerials, board flips, ollies, even ramps. And you'd still have something that you could call skateboarding. But if you took away gliding and turning, you take away the very essence of the sport. So it was the magic of effortless gliding that originally drew me to skateboarding and that made me fall in love with it.
It's lighter than air. Ultra resilient. Lighter than a 2-ton rat. Ow!
champion. Counsel, advance, never forget.
Oh, so you want to go skating?
Anything that follows the sea so high. Lucky to be seen here. Lucky to have all our wits. Lucky to be saved. I've seen lights that signal me. Lucky to be free. All the salvation. Lucky to be nothing and glory and smiling.
Our motto, fashion, never function.
I've been skating for about, say, 11 years. When I first started skating, we built this little tiny quarter pipe. Me and my friends down the block built it. And we used to skate that every day. Until the parks opened up. And that was called Winchester Skate Park that opened up.
I started skating about, I'm not sure, about 1975.
I like making skateboard ramps the size or the style of a skate park.
Around about the time we did the Animal Chin video, or a little bit before, we're figuring that ramps had to be changed. You know, they had to be wider and they had to have more obstacle type things.
Okay, go. I built a skateboard park for Kevin Harris and keep on going.
I figured that we should probably try to do something that is more like a skate park, because that's where the kids learned, I thought, because they skated small things and they worked their way up. And so I tried it at Kevin Harris's skate park. We built small ramps and they lead all the way up to vertical.
Seems like a lot of kids these days are gonna get better faster.
Yeah.
Just because they'll learn stuff on the street and then they'll learn stuff on the mini ramp.
P Street style.
My drive is just progression. It's just to be able to keep going on and doing new things. Contests, scary. Traveling, fun times, occasional spontaneity. I'm just an electronics person. And I like the technical stuff.
Skaters right now remind me a lot of aviators used to be. You knew you were in an elite group.
Learn how to fakie, learn how to kick turn both ways, front side and back side, and then learn how to hit the lip, rock and rolls, grinds. I like to go fast.
you're gonna hum like you never thought you could hum before. Yeah, bare those rat bones, you fly. You're gonna fly like a bird with one wing. And where you land, honey? Where you land, sugar? You ain't never been there before. You do a fast play. The Smith grind. We'll be the sons of sidewalk. You're gonna hear those curves. They're gonna speak to you. Child, you listen. They're gonna speak to you. Because they are curves. They're your curves too, baby. I got 4 wheels under my feet. Now I'm gonna move. Follow your ass. It's just